Hey guys, it's Upa here, and welcome to Ultimate Challenge 8. And today's video will be slightly different, and you'll find out why soon. So first of all, let's just start with the team we're gonna use. So this is a 5 bleed team, so we can do a pretty standard bleed team. This is probably one of the strongest bleed teams you can use, except that I don't have my exclusives on Oliver and Valentina yet. But regardless, this should be strong enough to defeat basically any full bleed team requirement boss, but what you're about to see soon is not the case. So as for what the boss does, the main thing you need to know is that you need to deal a bunch of bleed. So for every bleed stack, he gains 1 layer of Shadow Swiftness, and every time he takes damage because you trigger the bleed that he has, he loses health, as well as some additional damage from the Shadow Swiftness that he has. So let's get right into it, and the first thing I would like to say is that you're gonna notice that when I deal damage to the boss and when the boss deals damage to me, you're gonna see something a little strange. So I'm gonna set the play speed to 1 times briefly, just so you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see, if you looked carefully, there was some strange numbers that showed up when the boss did damage to me. It was like 2_27 something, a really long number. And if you also look carefully when I deal damage to the boss, you're gonna see something similar. So I think this turn you can see it when my lance deals damage. So I put it to 1 times again. And you can see 2_276 something. And it seems pretty incomprehensible what that means, so we have no idea. And so now I'm just gonna let the rest of the fight auto through, and we'll see how it goes. So as you can see, we're slowly dealing damage to the boss. It's turn 3 already, and every time the boss deals damage, he takes some bleed as well as supposedly some additional damage from the Shadow effect, Shadow Swiftness. However, you may notice that even though we're using what is quite a strong bleed team, we're actually not doing much damage. So it's already turn 7, the boss takes turns really fast, and the boss is only at 80% health. So we just have 3 more turns, now 2 more turns before the fight ends. And as you can see, the fight's over, and we did only around 30 to 40% of the boss's health. And of course, I didn't actually bother to gear my characters properly, so my Marcus, Valentina and Oliver aren't geared the best. And this still shouldn't be an issue, or at the very least, we shouldn't be doing that little damage regardless. So it seems that this boss is bugged, and the first sign we saw of that is the weird numbers we saw that our heroes were taking and the numbers that were being dealt to the boss, the weird effects, the 2_ number. And secondly, the boss simply just takes too little damage, so that might be related to the issue. And I was talking to a few other players, some of which who are much stronger than me, using full exclusive 5 bleed teams, and the best some of them could do was leaving the boss at 40% health remaining. So it really does seem that this boss is impossible. And this is a little unfortunate because the developers are on holiday, and I think it's unlikely that this bug will be fixed today. And that just means that it's gonna take a longer time for us to complete the remaining challenges. So it'll take a longer time to get the final reward, which is a limited time hero echo. So that's a little unfortunate. So yeah, if you're stuck at the current stage, stage 8, don't worry too much about it. You can just ignore today's challenge and wait for an update to come which will fix this boss. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.